Hey everyone, and welcome to Big Talk TV Live on Sunday afternoon. Today we are picking up this Indiana Jones set and the Temple of the Golden Idol today. It's got 1,545 pieces apparently on here, which I think is probably slightly, about right. So it's probably going to take us probably 2 streams actually to get this done. And if we do a stream next week for part 2 of this, if we run out of parts, because it's probably a stream and a half's worth of bits, I've also got the other Indiana Jones set as well, which we can probably add on to the end as a bonus build as well. So maybe we'll do that next week as well. So as always, we'll crack open the box, take a look at the number of bags inside, and then we'll sort it out. But you can see from the front of the box here, this is kind of what we're building. So it's a bit similar to Sonic the Hedgehog, I think, in sort of this temple scene that's going to be running along. And I can stick this on my shelf. And then round the back, we've got a bit of highlighting here of the playability parts of it as well, because there's like a boulder that rolls down, snake pit of course, and some other bits. In terms of the dimensions of this, it's 20 inches wide or 51 centimeters, and the height is 23 centimeters or 9 inches as well. And you can see the golden idol there, and you've got Indiana Jones character with the bag of sand ready to swap the idol over, and there's a little clip there from the actual film scene itself as well. So let me go into wide angles mode, and we'll open the box and see what's inside. So bag number 4, number 9, number 8, number 2, number 7, then we've got number 10, which is the highest so far, number 3, number 5, number 4, number 5 again, number 1, last number 1 as well, another number 6 somewhere, number 9 again, and last bag is a number 6. There's also this leaflet inside here as well. Again, it's just another reminder moving away from from plastic based bags to paper based. It's taking a bit of time to transition, but they're in like that. And of course we've got the instruction manual in a paper envelope as well, so let's just throw all the bags back in. So we've got 10 sets of bags to get through on this build by the look of it. Number 10, number 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Now go into zoom mode and we'll crack the instruction manual. Again, paper based envelope or cardboard based. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. Hey Carol, welcome. So you can see this stickers are inside here, so you can see we've got quite a few stickers to stick on, different sort of heads, gargoyle type things, and different other details. Obviously the sticker there for the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and some quotes as well, which will probably go on the sticker on the front. We have got a white cover, so again moving away from black now from the adult only instruction manuals, and you've got the poster from the movie on the front. You can see details of the set here on the inside cover, and then details around, this was 1981 when this was made, which was actually the year I was born, so it's 41 years old, 42 nearly. The Temple of the Golden Idol, again it's just going through the details of the little designs that they've done building it, and then the series of films that have happened over 1981, 84, 89, 2008, and there'll be another one coming out later this year. Then we can see the set designers behind this. So you've got Andrew Senon, Harold Pofall, and Casper Glander. See just about there. He's got the short straw here, I think, for the being stuck like that. His face is squished up, but the other two you can make out a bit easier. And you can see the translation here from the movie to the set. So you've got the boulder running down, the golden idol, and then we've got a skeleton coming out of a cupboard of some description. So here's our build experience. We've got bags 1 to 3, which we'll be doing this first section here with the boulder. 4, 5, 6, do the second bit here with, I'm not sure what that is. We'll find out, I suppose, when we build it. And then 7, 8, 9, 10, we finish off with the actual area where the golden idol is going to be sat. So let's crack open the bag. As a reminder as well that you can vote on the next stream on the community tab. We've currently got the Rivendell is in the lead, but the Lord of the Rings Tower of Orthanc is in second place. So do head over to the community tab if you want to say in what we stream next after we've done this set. Maybe we'll do a series of Lord of the Rings sets. So quite a few parts to kick us off. First up, we'll build the structure for the base, and for that we need a 4x8 plate in black like this, and then we're going to get 2 1x2 Technic bricks with the holes in it, and we're going to connect these together with a longer Technic pin. So I'm just going to feed that through that, and that one goes through that side. We're going to stick at the top corner there like so. Then we've got a 2x10 brick here, that's going to line up next to that. Coming off this way, we're going to get a 2x4 brick like that. Then we have a longer, we have a 1x4 plate, and then a 2x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2x12 plate in black, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're going to run that 2x12 across this way. And we're going to add the 1x4 just at the end of this section here like this. Oh, nice one, Carol. Nice. I like a brick head. Like I said last week, I've still got quite a few to build actually that I haven't got round to. Maybe I'll do a brick head stream in the future when I've got a few. We got a couple of 2x4 bricks next in black. And we get a couple of 2x4 plates as well. We're going to get a plate to start with, and we're going to stick the 2x4s, 4 studs onto that to form something like this. And we're going to stick another 2x4 plate on top. That's going to go at the end of this 2x4 here. It's just hanging on like this. Then we get a 2x8 and a 1x8 brick. The 1x8 is going to go down here, level with the larger brick to leave a 2 stud gap, and then this one is going to run just along there like that. Then we get another 2x, is it not 12, is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. A 2x16 plate, that's going to run down this side here, and then going across here we get another 2x12 and a 1x12 plate. I'm going to run these down here, and we're also going to get a 1x3 plate. Just add that underneath there to give us a square like this. Then we'll add another 2x8 and a 2x3 brick that will come down this side and across just to connect these plates together. Then we're going to add tiling across the front here, so we get a 1x8 tile, 1x4 somewhere. There's a 1x4. There it is. We've got a 1x3 as well, and we've also got 4 1x2 jumper tiles. 1x3. Ooh, it's a normal plate. The jumper. There it is. And then what we're going to do is we'll stick the 1x4 first, just down here. Then we have 2 jumpers on the inside one on the outside there. Then our 1x8 goes across, and our 2 jumpers again, and then our 1x3 just finishes off the front there. So we've just tiled that across. Then we've got another 1x8 tile and another 1x4 tile and a 1x8 brick. And this time we're going to stick the 1x8 brick in the middle here between these studs at the front. And then our 1x8 goes down this side. This is going to be the end obviously, and then the 1x4 at the end as well. So it's going to be done like that. Then we're going to get 2 1x2 round end plates like this with some white 1x1 round plates. There's one. And we also get some 1x2 plates as well. We're just going to stick the white plates on top of the tan, and then in the middle of that, doing a T section, we're going to do these 1x2s. They're going to fit onto these jumper tiles that we've got in place at the front. So we're going to just squeeze in across the front there. A little bit wonky at the moment. I'm sure it'll sort itself out. Then we have got a couple of 2x12s and a 4x10, and we're going to stick this 4x10 across here, and our 2x12 across the back, just push down, then across this way. So end up with something like this. Then we get another 2x12, 2x4 plate, and also 2 semicircle tiles as well. So we stick these across the front, here and here, and then on top of these we stick our semicircle tiles. So it's looking like that at the front now, and the layer of tiles. Then we're going to stick a 1x12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1x12 in dark bluish grey, and we've also got a Technic brick with the holes in here. Going to run these, the Technic brick and the full length on this side, and then the dark bluish grey one down on that side. Then we're going to put this to the side. We're going to make a mechanism now, which is probably going to help us with the boulder, I guess. And we start with a Technic brick, if I can find it, underneath there, a 1x4 with the 3 holes in, and then we're going to stick in Technic pins. These 2 moulded pieces go in these 2 holes on that side, like this. Then we're going to get a lift arm, and we're going to stick a 5 length rod through the end of this, halfway like that. Roughly stick that through the hole at the end like this. Then we get a large 1x16 Technic brick, and then 2, 4, 6 and the 8th hole in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll thread that through here, and then onto this part of the rod that's sticking out this side, we're going to stick a connector piece onto that. And I realise actually I've done it the wrong way around. So the longer end I want going through here. Fix that quickly. So yeah, we've got the lever arm there with the shorter end this end, my bad. Then we get the 8 length, it's not an 8 length one, is it? Probably. 8 length rod, we'll stick that into the other part of the connector. Then we get another one of these Technic bricks and stick it through the 8th hole again. This time we get also some Technic cylinders, red in red. Just feed these through this side. Then we get another 16 Technic brick, 8th hole again. push that through, and then on the end of that we have another connector, just to keep it all snug in place like that. Then we get a 4-length rod. I'm going to stick that into the other end of the connector. Then we get a 1x8, and on the 4th hole we're going to stick through our rod there, and to finish that off we get one of these connector pieces, spacers if you like. Just slide that in to keep everything again into place. So with all that done, we bring back in our base that we've created. This is going to go lengthways across here. So we just push this all the way down into position. So we've got something that looks like this down the base. Then we get 4 Technic pins with studs on the front. 3 and 4, and we get some Technic, some 1x2 bricks with the studs on the front, like this. And we're going to stick these 1x2s on the end of the front, with the studs facing out like this. And then we're going to stick the Technic pins into this 1x8 at the front. So they've got 2 this end, 2 the other end. Just like that. Then we get 1x2 Technic bricks with 2 holes in, and we also get these 1x2 black bricks with the Technic pins moulded into it. Stick these through bricks like this, and they're going to go on top at the front, start helping us build these sort of skeletons at the front of the build here, which is quite cool. Then on top of this we're going to plate this to cover it up now. So we've got these 6x, is it 12? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, yeah. 6x12, got 2 of these plates go next to each other. This dark bluish grey. And then we've got the same but in bright green goes on this last piece here. So our stage is set there. Then on the, we're also going to get a 1x4 bright green plate. We've got a 2x3 plate as well in dark bluish grey, and a normal 1x2 light bluish grey brick. We've also got 4 printed tiles with this pattern on, these 2x3s. So luckily no stickers on this bit. And then we stick the 1x4 plate here at the back. And then we stick our 1x2 brick here on this corner, and our 2x3 goes across there, our plate. And then in the front, on these holes now, we're going to stick these printed tiles. I'm going to go across on the side of this sort of skeleton that's forming like that. Then we get a Z-shaped piece, and we've got 2 lime green 1x2 jumpers. These lime green ones go back here together, and our Z goes in this gap over there, so it starts to overhang this part of the model. Then we have a turntable piece and an insert. We have also got a 1x2 Technic brick with a hole in it, a olive green 1x1 round plate, a regular 1x2 light bluish grey brick, 2x4 sloped piece, and I think that's it. Of course we stick the turntable pieces together, and then what we do is we stick our tile in there, and then our turntable piece goes in next to it. Meanwhile over this side we stick the Technic brick on this overhang, then our 1x2 goes down here, and then our slope finishes off this piece at the back. Then we've got a 1x4 green tile, 1x2 brick, an upward facing bracket piece, one of these skinnier ones, two 1x3 plates in dark bush grey, as well as a normal 1x3 brick and a 1x2 plate. First off, we stick the two 1x3 plates together, then we stick our 1x2 and our upward facing bracket goes on like that. Then that sits just in front of this slope area here, and then next to that we stick our 1x3 brick like that at the back. 1x2 normal brick goes up the top, and then our green tile just going over there up the turntable like this. Brandon, there was a TV show for Lord of the Rings which in the UK was on Amazon Prime. Obviously there's films as well, and it's a book of course as well. Then we need another Z-shaped piece. We've got a cheese wedge with a plate at the back and a 1x1 with a clip on it as well. We're going to stick the 1x1 with a clip into this 1x2 cheese wedgie type piece. That's going to go just in front here. Then our Z-shaped piece is going to go on top of the other one, just at the back on there. Then we need a couple of 1x2 plates and a 1x1, another one of these 1x2 with the cheese wedges on. We're going to stick 1x2 plate at the bottom and our 1x2 with the cheese wedge, 1x1 next to that. Then our 1x2 plate on top of that. So we end up with a piece that looks like this. That's going to go on top here. Secure our little clip piece in. Then we have a little bit of a mechanism. So we have 1x2 with loops on these pieces here. Two of those. We have a unicorn horn. We have another large Technic pin in blue, a 1x3 lift arm there as well, and a 1x1 round plate as well. So we're going to stick the pin through our first loop, and then stick a loop through that other pin there like this. Then we're going to stick our arm into that pin that sticks out. That's going to go at the end of our slope here and connect in. Then we stick the unicorn horn into our plate, and that's going to go just into the corner over there like that. Also need to put some 1x2 tan tiles in front of these sort of skeleton pieces, just to top them off. So like that. Just that bit earlier. Then we get one of these larger slope pieces and an inverted curve piece, and another green 1x1 round tile. That tile just goes in here. Then we have our curved piece and our sloped piece next to that, the back bit here. Then we get a log brick, a 1x2 log brick, 1x4 brick, plate even, and a 2x2 corner brick. I'm going to stick the log brick over this side, corner brick round it, and then our 1x4 plate is just going to go across the tops of all these pieces that we just added. Then we have another bright green tile, longer slope piece, 2x2 plate and a 2x2 sloped piece. We need two 2x2 plates. We have another corner brick, a panel piece, and a 1x2 plate. And we're going to stick the two 2x2s together, plates, and stick the 2x2 slope on top like this. That's going to go on top of our Z shape at the end. And this long 1x4 slope piece goes on top of the plate we just added to give us that slope area there. We stick the 1x2 plate and the panel together. That squeezes just in front of our lift arm that's here. Our 1x4 tile goes at the back, and finally our other corner one just goes on top. Then we're going to get a 1x4 panel piece, and we get 9 olive tiles. 2, 4, 6, 8 and 9. Our panel piece goes at the back here, just behind the bracket piece that we had, just like that. And then our tiles are going to go across here, 2 up, 1 there, 1 goes there, goes in front here, kind of like that. We'll see, you might need to move some of these, but we'll put these out here like that. Then we get a 1x1 brick and a Technic brick 1x2 with a hole in it. Another sloped piece, outward facing bracket 2. There's the sloped piece. One of these, oh, can't see the bits, one of these step slope pieces. This goes onto the panel that we've added, so the slope piece goes on first, then our 1x2 Technic brick, and then we'll stick the 1x1 brick behind this bracket brick, and that goes on the end too. So just added that to the top of that panel piece. Then we've got another slope piece and another 1x2 with a cheese wedge type piece. That's going to go on top, the cheese wedge, and then the big slope piece goes on top like that, just to add to the ruined wall at the back. We also need a 1x6 plate next. We've got some of these 1x2 round plates, another green tile, another turntable and inserts, and we've also got 4 dark tan tooth or tusks. What we're going to do is we're going to get the 1x6 and add these 1x2 round ends. Then into those we're going to add our teeth pieces, tusks. Create this spiky booby trap. Like that. That's going to go on our bracket pieces that we put into place along here. Just like that. My tusks aren't quite where they should be, but that's added just into there. Then we stick our turntable piece together. That's going to sit just at the front here, around about there, and then our green tile is just behind it. Then we're going to put that to the side. We're going to get this 4x10. Going to add a medium nugget 2x2 plate at the ends, black panel piece inside that gap there, then a 1x2 green sloped piece, a couple more olive green tiles in, just like that. Then this is going to go at an angle using these turntable pieces. So that's got to go in that corner that goes in the middle. This is a bit of a tricky piece, but you can see that's on the turntable pieces now, just off at an angle. Then we get some hinges, stick them together, bricks, and these are going to attach round the back. Just round the back here like that, just to secure this into position. Then we get a lime green palm tree leaf and a normal leaf. Sloped piece, 1x3 and a 1x2 plate. 1x2 plate goes at the back on our hinge here that we just added. This plant goes on top of the medium nugget piece here. You then have our 1x3 brick coming in here, and then our larger sloped piece going down, and our little leaf just goes on that side like that. Then we've got another 1x4 sloped piece. We've got a couple of 1x1 round bricks. We've got a cone piece. We've got some more unicorn horns there and another green leaf. Green leaf on top of our palm tree sort of leaf there that we stuck in earlier. We then stick a unicorn horn into the end of our cone. That sits just at the front. Stick the other sloped piece on top of those sloped pieces, and then we're going to stick these unicorn horns into these 1x1 round plates. One goes at the front here. The other one goes next to that as well there. Then we've got a 2x2 round, medium nugget corner piece, and another printed tile here with a skeleton face on. That's going to go on. It's going to go on the front of our 2x2 at the moment, but we stick the 2x2 onto our pin at the front for the mechanism, and then we can stick our skull hopefully. Ooh. Onto the front of that. There's our skull on the front here, and if you twist that, you can see that lift arm rotates up. And to finish this off, we stick our 2x2 medium nugget just on top there. And that's the end of our first bag. So we've got the base now for this scene, and the mechanism, the lift arm that flips up at the back, ready to go. Crack open bag 2, we've got lots of brighter coloured parts in this section, and a skeleton. And first up, we're going to build the skeleton, so I'll just put this out of the way. For that, we're going to need a 1x2 with a handle piece on, which is what he's going to be standing on. We've got, throw his legs around, got a leg, another leg, there's an arm, and another arm, got his head and his torso. So we're just going to build the skeleton. He's then going to be positioned on top of that plate. We're going to stick both his feet on these, if I can, onto this plate. So there he is, all attached, looking dead. And then where we've got this, where we had the clip earlier, the 1x1 with the clip, we're actually going to stick him onto this plate. And he's going to slide into the back, hide in there for now. We'll probably cover him later. Next up, we're going to get a leaf. We've also got a corner brick, 2x2, a medium nugget, 1x2, and also a couple of masonry bricks, and some cheese wedges. as well. We're going to stick the masonry brick here on this side with a normal brick on top. And our corner brick goes on here. Then at the front we're going to stick another masonry brick, and this time we'll surround it by 2 cheese wedges. And our flower goes just in the front. And we need another masonry brick, 1 by 1 with a stud on the side, a couple of regular 1 by 1s as well, another bit of foliage there, 1 by 2 sloped brick, and regular 1 by 1 brick. We'll put the 1 by 2 slope on top here, and the 1 by 1. Then we'll stick a masonry brick somewhere. The 1 by 2 goes in the back, not on top. Then we're going to stick another masonry brick here, 1 by 1 regular brick at the front and at the top here. Then our 1 by 1 with a stud on the side next to that, and then our plant goes at the front there. So we're doing at the front here. Then we've got inverted curved piece here and a large arch piece. Large arch goes at the back. Now inverted piece comes down like that. Then we're going to add some more bricks, so we get a regular 1 by 2 in medium nuggets. Need a 1 by 3. Sorry, yeah, 1 by 3 in medium nugget. 1 by 2 in dark bluish grey, and another leaf. Hey William, welcome to the stream. It's a good build so far. I'm enjoying it. Starting to get onto some booby traps. And then we're just going to add the leaf on that 1 by 1 with a stud on the side. So we've got a bit of foliage going up the side. Then we're going to rotate round the back, and we've got dark bluish grey pillar. First one goes in this gap here, and we rotate back around the other side, and we get another pillar somewhere, dark bluish grey, and that's going to go at the front here next to our panel piece that we stuck in earlier. Then we're going to get a couple of 1 by 2 corner bricks and stick these then to our pillars to secure them into position. A couple of 1 by 2 bricks and 1 by 1 with stud on the side again. And we're going to add that to this section here. So 1 by 1 with stud on the side, and then our 1 by 2, so we've got a stud hanging off this side. We've got a foliage piece or leaf and a shoot, a couple of 1 by 2 slope pieces, a smaller arch, and this time we're going to stick the shoot through the leaf, and that's going to go on our 1 by 1 with the stud on the side up here. Then we've got our 1 by 2 slope pieces go here and here on top, and then our little arch piece just goes next to that. Then we have another corner brick, a dark tan 1 by 2 with 2 studs on the side, and a tan 1 by 2 tile, and some more leaves. Leaves go at the top here, and another corner brick. Then we're going to stick the tile on front of this 1 by 2 with 2 studs. That's going to go next to our plant. And just put that to the side. We're going to get a 1 by 4. Going to stick a 1 by 2 brick on top. If I can find one. With a 1 stud overhang like this. Then we have another small arch goes in next to that, and a 1 by 2 with a slope that goes on after. then we're going to get a 1x8 plate, stick that right across the top. Then we get a downward facing reddish brown tooth piece, and we'll stick another 1x8 across that as well. Then this is going to sit across the top here, I think, roughly like this, into our arch piece here. Then we have another corner 2x2 and a green 1x2 slope. Stick the corner brick at the top here, and then our green sloped piece just on top of that element. Then again, put that to the side. A medium nugget 1x2 and a dark tan 1x2 with 2 studs on the side. Just stick them together next to each other. Then we get a couple of medium nugget 1x2s and connect these together. I'm going sideways. And we'll stick a masonry brick in the front and a regular 1x2 at the back. And a masonry brick sideways again, a 1x1 and a 1x1 with a stud on the side, and a downward facing bracket in tan colour, sticking down here. And then into this we're going to stick a dark green vine piece hanging down. And on these bracket pieces we've got these 1x2 plates with teeth on, and they're going to face each other in that pattern. Then on the front of that one we're going to stick a jumper tile, and then on top here we'll stick a plant piece with a leaf on top of that. Then we get another small arch somewhere. Small arch here. I'm going to stick a 1x1 plate back here and a 1x2 plate, and across like this. That's going to sit on top of this flower, this plant, and clipping like that. Then we're going to get 2 of these 1x3 jumpers and 3 plates. We're going to stick plates on top of each other on top of a jumper, and then a jumper on top, like a 4 plate high piece that's going to go in the middle there. Then we get another jumper. We're going to stick a 1x1 Technic brick with a hole in the middle into the centre like this, and then another 2 1x1s with holes in on the side, with the holes facing the other way. Then we stick a 2x3 plate onto the jumper at the top, and we'll stick a 1x2 plate in light bluish grey in the middle, like that. With that done, we'll then stick this on top here. You create this piece here with a scary mouth. Bring this back in, that's going to sit on top of this front section here now, at an angle, as an entranceway. You can see that, and they've made a little face, scary face there. Entranceway from the jungle as we enter into the temple. Then to connect this top bit across, we get a 1x8 brick. We're going to stick a 1x6 medium nugget plate down this end, and then stick a 1x6 tile on top. Then we'll just feed this across the entranceway. So I'll snap that piece off, just put that back on. That was it. Goes across the entranceway. See that little hole forming there. Then we're going to get the 1x2 with a groove piece in it, and a 1x2 plate hopefully, and then we've got some more hinge pieces as well. We'll stick the hinge pieces together, they're going to attach here at the top from this section and that section, and then we stick the plate on top of this groove piece, and that's going to go on top of the plate we've already got on this side. Then we have a 1x4 modified with 2 studs, a couple of 1x1s with upward facing clips, and a leaf again. Our leaf is just going to go on the front here. Then our 1x4 is going to join these 2 archways together, and then just behind them we'll stick our 1x1 with our clips on like this now. We'll then get a large palm leaf and our usual foliage we've been using, and a 1x2 with a handle piece. We'll just stick our, let's just move that over, something wasn't right there. Then over this overhang here with 1 stud, we're going to add another piece of foliage there, and then with our 1x2 with the handle, we'll clip our palm tree into that. That's going to sit just at the top here like that. Then we get a 1x3 plate that's going to go across here, and then we get a sloped piece that connects on top of that. Then we'll put that to the side. We're going to build another temple pillar here really with some design on it. So we start with a 1x1 and 1/3 with studs on the side. We'll add a 1x2 plate on top, and then a 1x2 plate with a slider on in light bluish grey. Then we get some 1x1 plates, and stick one this side and on top. 1x1 with studs by the side, and another 1x1 1/3 studs there. Then we have another 1x2 with a slider on top, and then we get 2 more 1x1s and 1/3 studs on the side. Build that up, then another 1x2 with a slider, and then finish off with a 1x2 tile on top. So you've got something like this. Then we've got these half square pieces, so we need 2 of these, this sand blue and this teal colour. They're going to go on here, give us this pattern like this. There we go. So now that's in place. What we're going to add now is a scary green vine into this stud on the side like this, and this is going to go across the top of our entranceway up here. It's only been held on by 1 stud. So now our entranceway looks creepy like this vine hanging down, this little temple pattern here. Then on top we're going to add another medium nugget plate just to keep that into position, and then we're also going to add another couple of leaves. So we've got 1 leaf over here, another one down there like that. Then we'll put that to the side again. We're going to build another separate piece here, so 2x2 medium nugget, 1x2 with a masonry brick, 1x2 with this handle piece on, then another masonry brick and a regular, we've got another masonry brick on there. Then we're going to stick a 1x1 plate, 1x1 brick, another 1x1 plate on top there. Then another 1x1 1/3 of the studs on the side, over this side. Then in the middle here, on this end, we're going to stick 2 1x1 plates, and then a 1x1 with 2 studs on the corner like that. Then we've got more of this tile, so we've got the teal ones, sand green, I said sand blue earlier, sand green, another teal this side, another sand green on there. Then on the top we're going to stick a dark tan 2x2 plate, tile, sorry. And then we've got another leaf, palm leaf, that's going to go into our handle piece. And this piece will then stick on top here. So put a bit of height on that front section. Looks a bit weird to me, but that's it. Then we've got a cobweb, of course. I have a cobweb. That's going to clip into these clips we've got at the top. And of course we've got 3 spiders too. So you stick one on the spider's web. And then you've got 2 down on the ground in the entranceway, just to scare people as they're coming into the just like that. So the spiders crawling along the floor. And that's the end. Just double check I've not missed anything, green bits there. Cool, that's the end of the bag, eh? So now to bag 3. So far, got something that looks like this: the entranceway to the temple. We've got some 2 minifigures now in a set. Next set. Including I don't suppose this is it. It's a guy that looks like Indiana Jones' father, but it's not, obviously, because he wasn't in this movie, was he? Can't remember who he was. And we've got a native as well, so I'm missing a link in the head. So first up then, we've got this guy here. Who's this guy? I can't remember who this guy is. The guy tries to steal the idol of Indiana Jones. Double crosses him, I remember. You know, in the chat if you remember. Got a revolver nonetheless. Looks like this. And then we've got a native tribes person. Doesn't want. He's got 2 printed expressions on his face. Stylish haircut. And he has a bow and arrow as well. And his hand there as well. It's our tribes person. So, first thing to do in here is to rotate this round, and we're going to stick a Technic pin into the top of our lead of our 1x3 arm, just in there. And then you get this big massive Technic piece, this curved piece, and almost another Technic pin goes into our Technic brick up here as well. So we've got a pin now in here and in this bit. Then we're going to connect this to it. So that's at the back like this. Coming back round the front, we get 3 shoots. We've got a Technic pin with a stud on and a green 1x1 round. I'm going to stick the green 1x1 round onto our Technic pin. Stick a shoot into that like this. This is going to connect at the top of this curved piece we just added in. Then we're going to stick the other shoot into the Technic pins that we've just added just to cover them up for this side. Ooh, can't do it. So I just added the shoot in there, and then at the top there. Then we go around the back again. We're going to get a long Technic pin and a spacer. We're going to stick that down the longer end, and then that's going to go onto our lift arm down in this corner piece here. Put that to the side. We're going to build another mechanism now. So we get one of these. We're going to stick 3 length rods into this. Like so. Then we've got one of these Technic pieces here. We're going to stick the Technic pin into the base and across, and then a spacer on that side. That's going to feed through our first rod like that. Then another Technic piece, so one of these pieces here, that's going to slide across the other rod upward facing, and then on this side we're going to then connect those by putting these 1x2 spacer pieces on. Then we get 2 of these larger lift arm type pieces. On this one we're going to stick some longer Technic pins. One goes in there, one at the top, one like that. Then we get these 1x3 arms, slide that all the way across, and a spacer goes on. Then we connect the other one to build something like this. Then we're going to line this up with this piece that sticks up in the middle here, and through it we're going to stick an 8 length pin all the way through, and on this side we're going to stick a side of cog all the way across, keep it in position like that. Then on this side we're going to stick a wheel, basically rim, and then they connect a piece of stopper on that side. Then round the back, what's going on here then? Hard to see this one. Goes through that gap there. Nope. So we've got the pin 1, 2. Okay, so the wheel's going to run up on here, and we'll connect that with a pin. This is a little tricky, this bit. Just be me that it's tricky for. You can see done here essentially is attach this, and the wheel runs up this curved piece like this to create this mechanism. Then we're going to add another grey arm onto the outside of the other one. Just added that other lift arm there, so now this can run quite freely up and down this now. That was a little tricky to see. Then we're going to build our boulder that Indy's going to be running from. So for the boulder we get these 1x4s with the 3 holes in, and one of these sort of car axles, 2x2s with pins in. Stick these through the middle holes like this, and on top we'll stick a 4x4 plate. Then we'll flip it over, we'll stick some 1x2s then on the other side of the middle, and then we'll stick a 4x4 round plate into the base of that. Then flip it back over. We get these 1x2 by 1/3 with studs on. Stick them here on the southwest on this piece, like this. Stick another 4x4 plate on top of those. Then up here we're going to stick a 2x2 corner plate here, one there. Then we get some 1x1 plates. One goes on the middle there, and on the other side to create this effect. Then we get a cheese wedge. One goes on here, another on that side. A couple of 1x1 round tiles then, here and here. Then we get a 2x2 tile in the middle, smooth that off, then put that to the side. Then we're going to build 4 of these for the other sides. So same principle that we just did. These corner plates on. Then we'll stick the 1x1s on to fill the gap. One there, and last one here. Then we're going to add our cheese wedges in. Quite a uniform boulder because it's going to look the same on each side. And then we get our 1x1 round tiles to finish it off, and go either end this way. Then again, our last part is put our 2x2 tiles slap bang in the middle here. And those are the sides of our boulders, and if we bring back in the main boulder piece, we need to then attach this all the way around the sides. So there's our boulder piece coming together. Of course this is flat because you're not going to see this from the front, because it's going to look like it's rolling down like this. So with that, we come back in here, push this up to the top. We're going to slide this onto the onto this pin here, like this. So now we've got the boulder, and if we rotate this front bit here, you can see how the boulder rolls down. How cool is that? Indy's going to get smattered with a boulder. How cool. Get a great view as well from the entranceway. So there's a boulder coming down. You can see, of course, the mechanism at the back working like that. And it's cool how the boulder rotates around like it's rolling as well. How cool. Let's see the bag 3. So now we'll go on to bag 4. I think that is the yeah, that's the end of that section actually. So that's that bit done. So we can move on to the next bit from bag 4 now, and then we're going to be building this viney type area here, which I'm not sure what it's got in store for us. But we've got to build the base again as well. So what's the time now? So we're going to go for another hour and a bit. Yeah. We may even get this whole thing done at this rate. So bag 4 again, we're going to build the base for the next section. It's a bit like an architecture set. We've got to start with the plates for the base. Start with a 2x6 this time, and we get 2 1x8 black plates. We're going to stick these one stud. Oh, hang on. That's 2x8. 2x8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Start with a 2x8 this time. Then we have a 1 stud offset for the tiles like this. Then we get a 2x6, we're going to add that to the bottom of this side. We've got these 1 studs overhanging from each side. Then we can add these 2 1x12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1x10 plates somewhere, there's one. Just connect these. Into that 1 stud overhang on both sides. Then we get some 2x4s. We can add these in either end. And we get some nice bright yellow 2x8s. They're going to go on each end here. And we get these wedge pieces. Opposite sides. These are then clip on top. Put that to the side. Get another 2x8. Wait. 2x8. I think it's a 2x8. We get a 2x4. Then stick 2 studs on, 2 studs off. Then we get a 2x10 in black, stick that on, add another 2x6, and finish off with a 2x4 on the end like that. That's then going to attach right across the back. And we'll get some plates here, 2x8 again, and this time we're going to get 4 of these 2x2 modified plates with studs on the side. We're just going to put these all the way across the top. And along the back, where we've got here, we're going to stick a 1x8 dark bluish grey plate to level it off. That's going to sit at the front. We'll be sticking some tiles on the front here for the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. Raiders of the Lost Ark, sorry. At some point. Oh yeah, I guess that's the German guy, right? That stole the idol. Thinking about it. Then we're going to get 2 sets of hinges, bricks that is. Make these. These are in black. We'll stick one this end, one the other end, like this. We're going to add some more wedge now. So we get a 1x1 Technic brick. We're going to add larger Technic pin all the way through, and add a 1x2 Technic brick on this side. We're going to stick that to one of these wedge pieces, which is not that one. That one? Here's that one. Add that to the end there. And along here we're going to add a 1x8 light bluish grey brick. That's going to go to the other end of this hinge, hopefully. So where's the one going? Like this. Bit of resistance up for that one. And do the same for the other side. Technic pin all the way through. 1x2. Oh, did it the wrong side this time. On that side. Stick that in there, then a 1x8 all the way through this side, and we'll stick this one on somewhere. Being a bit resistant, this one. Doesn't quite sit properly, these hinges. So, at an angle for some reason. Not sure why. That's just me. See, these bend up slightly. Don't sit properly. If I push this down, it pulls this apart. It's weird. Mind, that's what the instructions say. Then we do another couple of hinge pieces in black again. These are going to connect our other end. Oh, I see. Hang on. Probably why? Because I've done it wrong. Bear with me, just got to make a little adjustment. So let's see, a two stud overhang at the front. That's better, that sits better. It's just me doing it wrong. Try that again. And we're going to add hinges at the back to level this off. Just like that. Slight angle going on, and then we're going to add some more wedges on top. It'll start giving us a base at the top to work from. Will start to angle round as we move forwards. And we'll add this here and here. And in the middle, what we're going to do is we're going to add these large smooth areas. Says, ooh. Did I miss? Just out of interest. then these supposedly connect to this, but I have an issue. What have I done wrong? Done something else wrong now, have I? Bum, bum, bum. This one seems to be filled with issues. What have I done wrong? Goes on there. This one goes on like that. That's weird. Don't know what was wrong with that. We'll go on then. I did it the other way. So there we go. So we've got the base all sort of done there. And then we get a 1x16. Then we're going to add this to the front, and we're going to connect this with a plate just going through there, the Technic brick. Then we get a 1x8 plate and a tile, stick them together. It's going to run on the front just above our studs here. Then we're going to get some 8 length rods here. And we're going to get some connectors. So get these brown connectors. Stick these each end. I'll do these both at the same time because we need 2 of these. And at the ends, we're going to add a 4 length rod onto that. So onto that one and onto this one. Then we get a 1x2 with a Technic hole in it, and we're going to stick one of these stopper pieces all the way through. Do the same with this one. Then we're going to stick this at the front, both sides here, and then we're going to stick another 4 length rod into the back to connect these through that Technic brick at the back. So we end up with something like this. Not long has been. I'm sure the announcement on Ninjago will come out soon. Right, now I'll see what I've done wrong. Then we put a 1x3 plate here. Just need to adjust this one because this one is off. Made a few mistakes today. Add a 1x3 plate just at the back on each side here to fill this gap in. Is that done? Then we need a 1x10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, a couple of 2x10s, a couple of Technic bricks with a hole in the middle, 1x2s, and then we've got some hinge pieces, 2 hinge pieces here as well. So we're going to connect the hinge pieces together, and what we're going to do is we'll just run these 2x10 links to either side of our rods. Then we've got our Technic bricks 1x2 going sideways, and then this side we're going to run this 1x10 across here, attached by 1 stud, and then our hinges go on this side and on this side to attach our angled pieces. Then we've got a couple of 2x2s with pins, a couple of 1x4 bricks, a 1x2 with pins. Then we've got a couple of corner bricks, some more hinges again, a couple of pairs of hinges. time the hinges go at the front on both sides. Then we have our 1x2 with a pin on. Goes on both sides. 1x4 next. Then our 2x2 Technic brick with a pin on it, and then we've got our corner brick which goes in then each end like that to build that up. Then with that all built up, we get these 4x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12s, 1x3, 1x4. We've got 3 Erling bricks, 1x2 tan, and a 1x1 tan. We're just going to put this one straight on top here, and then on this side, on this one, flip this over. I'm going to stick a 1x4 in our Erling brick, 1x3 and our 2 Erling bricks into the base, and then our dark tan 12s go in onto our Erling brick. These then going to fit on the other side. See these little tan tiles going in there. Then we're going to add some more of these wedges just to plate up and cover up this section. Just like that. That's all covered now. And then on our rods that are sticking out on this side, we're going to stick a black cog there. On the other side, we're going to get a Technic pin, and we're going to stick a white spacer on it. Just change that around the back. Spin round, other way, goes across there, and that goes onto there, and then we're going to stick a crank handle through our piece there as well. Then we get a larger cog, going to stick a black Technic pin through that. That's going to go next to our black cog here, space so that they touch each other and they can rotate. And then on our spinner here, we're going to add our stopper so it stays in position. Then we're going to flip around the front. We've got the same deal again. We're going to stick a 2x2 round on the front with a printed skull tile on the front, which will start our mechanism off. And then in the front, on our, we've got our black plates because we're going to stick our first set of stickers on. And like the Star Wars dioramas, this has got a quote on it. So a 2x6 black plate with a quote on it, and it says, "Let us hurry, there is nothing to fear here." That's by Satipo. And that's what scares me, Indiana Jones. So it goes on that one, and then we've got Raiders of the Lost Ark on a 2x4. It's going to go next to it. Kind of like that. So if we go to the front on these studs here, we're going to stick our tiles like that. So you can see there's the quotes and the Raiders of the Lost Ark written on there. That's the end of bag 4. So now we'll go on to bag 5 and stick the details on top of this section. Two bags in this bit. forget to give this stream a like if you enjoy it, so others get to see it. Help the algorithm get people to find the stream. So first up, we're going to start on this side, and we're going to get some 1x4, excuse me, 1x4s modified with 2 studs showing. There's one. Where's the other one? There's the other one. We've got a couple of 2x3 tiles, hopefully. There's one. There's another one. And then we've got 5 olive green 1x1 round tiles too. So we're going to stick the 1x4s there. And we'll stick the 2 2x3s together. And then another 1x4 across here. And over this side we're going to do 5 studs over. We'll do an olive green 1x1 round, and one there, I think, then one there, and one on that side. And that's about right. Then we're going to need another one of those olive tiles. We're also going to get a 1x2 plate. We get a corner plate, a 1x1 with a stud on the side, downward facing brown, reddish brown tooth piece again, regular 1x2 brick, and we've got a 1x1 upward facing clip piece and a 1x2 tile. I think that's it. And what we do is we stick our 1x2 brick at the back here. Next to that we stick our 1x1 with stud on the side. Then we've got our 1x1 up facing clip. Leave a stud gap, put our olive piece in and our downward facing tooth piece. Then over this side here we're going to stick our 1x2 plate on. 2x2 corner and 1x2 tile just up here. Next up we need a 1x4 brick. We need a couple of just regular 1x1 bricks in light bluish grey, also one in dark bluish grey. Got a corner plate as well. 1x1 rounds plate, a couple of dark tan 1x2s with studs on the side as well, and I think we're good to go. So first up we stick the dark tan 1x2 on here at the back, then a 1x1 and a 1x2, 1x4, 1x1, run across the back. Then over in this corner we'll stick a 1x1 brick on, and on top of that we'll stick our 1x1 rounds, and next to that our 2x2 corner plate. It's kind of what we've got going on around. So we're going to build up a bit more at the back, so we've got another 1x2 brick, a corner brick somewhere, another 1x1 round plate. Can you find it? There it is. 1x3 brick, dark tan 1x2 with 2 studs on the side and a couple of 1x2 plates. We're going to stick these plates together and stick our 1x1 round plate on top. That's going to go on the end of this wall we're building at the back, and we stick a dark tan brick on with studs on the side, 1x2, 1x3, and we'll stick our corner brick on, so it's just raising the height of that back wall up. Brandon, my favourite character, I think is going to have to be Sean Connery as Indiana Jones's dad. I quite like him in that. I think it's quite funny. So we just add these further pieces at the back to build it up, and then we're going to do another row now of bricks across this wall. So we need a 1x2 again, a 1x4, a 1x2 with a stud in the middle. There it is, and another dark tan 1x2 with 2 studs. And we're going to run 1x4 first, dark tan, 1x2, and a 1x2 with a stud on the side. So that's building up at the back. Then we get a 1x6 brick, got a corner brick somewhere. There's a corner brick, there's a corner brick, another 1x1, and then a few Erling bricks. The Erling bricks go on first at the end, 1 stud offset, 1x6. Then we'll do another corner brick here, and then in the back we're going to stick a 1x1 brick, so that's coming together. Then we'll put this to the side a moment. We get a 2x3 plate and a 2x2, stick the 2x2 underneath. Then we're going to have a 1x6 that's going to connect to that. Across that front we'll then have a 1x2 plate on the ends, and then we'll get 2 1x1s with clips on the side. They're going to go in this gap like that. Then we need a hinge, 2 hinge bricks, and a 1x1 as well. And we're going to do is stick the hinge at the ends and 1x1 next to that. Then we get some 1x2 with clips on, and a 1x2 brick, regular one. Just stick these across that 1x6 at the front. Then we get a 2x3 brick. It's going to go on across this side. A Technic brick with a cross hole in it. That goes on next. And then a corner brick goes on that side with an overhang. Then we're going to get another 1x2, a couple more with the clip. There's the other one, there's the other one. 1x1 round plate, that's going to go at the back. Then we've got our 1x2 clip, 1x2 normal, 1x2 clip, and then we stick a 2x2 brick at the back to level that off. Then we have another 2x3 plate and a 2x2 plate, and then across here we're going to get our 1x1s with clips on. And that's done. Bring this in, it's going to fill up this back section here. Just adds a wall there to the back with lots of clips on. It's a bit flimsy at the moment. Then we get a normal 1x1 brick and a 1x1 and a third. They're going to go over in this corner down here, just down there. Then we'll add a corner plate, 2x2, and some 1 sloped pieces, 1x2 slope pieces. One goes over here, one goes over there, and we'll stick our corner brick on, and 2x2 just goes over in this corner there. Then we've got some more slope bricks, or one, then a 1x1 regular, also a 1x1 round plates, 1x2 with a handle piece and a plate. We've got 3 corner plates, 2 and 3, and a 1x2 as well. We start with the corner plate. We're going to stick a 1x2 plate on top, 1x1 round then, and then another corner plate, a bit like a stepped fashion. That's going to go across here. Start us off. Our slope piece comes up the top there. Then our 1x2 handle piece goes on here, then a corner plate, and our 1x1 goes just behind that sloped piece. That's kind of how that back's forming now. Then we get a 2x2 yellow with a Technic pin that's going to go on the top. Then to build this wall out a bit more, put a 1x3 on here. Then we've got 3 Erling bricks that go on. Then a 1x2 brick, regular one, and a couple more Erling bricks to finish off this row. And 2. Then we have a long 1x12 brick that goes right across all of that we just added. We've also got an inverted sloped piece here that goes on top down here, and we also have a hinge that's going to go on top to join this section up over this side, like this. Then we need another inverted sloped piece, a 1x3, 1x1, 1x2, 1x6, corner brick, 1x2 Technic brick, a couple more Erling bricks, and we'll do the inverted piece up here, and 1x1, and a couple of Erling bricks. It's getting quite high, this wall is now. And we have a Technic brick with a hole in it, 1x3, 1x2, and we'll run this 1x6 over this side, and our 2x2 corner brick goes across there. See, it's getting quite high, this wall. Not much more to it in terms of height. We then need a 1x3 sloped piece, also a 1x4 plate and a 1x3 plate, another corner brick, 2x2, and a downward facing tooth again. So the 1x4 plate on first, and our downward facing tooth, 1x3, and our 1x3 slope goes on top, and our corner brick just goes on this side again there. Then we're doing a bit more of the tribal pattern here. So we start with a 2x2 modifier with studs on the side. We'll stick a 1x2 plate at the back of that. Then we've got these 2 sloped pieces. They're going to go into the back here and here. Get a dark tan 1x2 with studs on the side again. Then we're going to stick our tribal pattern on again, teal and sand green, and then we've got our 1x2 with the sliders on, going on the top and the bottom to give us this look here. That is going to connect into this gap over this side, give us a bit of pattern colour at the top. Then we do another couple actually, so we start with slider. Going to stick these 1x2s by 1 1/3 with studs on top of that. And we've got our coloured pieces on Finish off with 1x2 slider on top. Goes on this end, and then we do another one. Slightly different arrangement of the colours. It goes in the middle at the top. You see the pattern forming at the top there. Then we get a couple more inverted pieces. On this one we're going to stick a 1x1 brick with a stud on the side at the back, an inverted slope piece in front of it. On that stud there we'll stick a teal 1x1 plate. It's going to go on this side of the patterns we just added. Then on the other side you just stick another inverted piece and do the same teal plate, and that goes on that side. Then we get a 1x1 third that goes into the gap over this side, and then around that we get a corner plate. We'll stick a 1x3 plate on that, and a 1x1. Then we stick a 1x1 on top plate again, a round plate over here, and then we get a 2x2 modified with just two studs shown in black. That then sits in this gap we've got here, also connects this inverted slope piece as well we've got going on. Then across the top we're going to get 3 dark tan masonry bricks, 1x2s, sit them right across of our patterns. Then on this side here we're going to get some teal coloured 1x2 tile, 1x3 tile. Then we've got a 1x3 brick, and a 1x4 brick goes on this side. A couple more of these sloped pieces which are going to go on the front here and on this side. And then we have some more foliage that goes on and go into that corner just at the back. Then we get a 1x2 and a 1x3 plate which is going to add down to the tops on this side, level it off. And then on the all these studs that we've got going on here, we're going to add a series of dark tan tiles. So at the top we start with a 1x2, another one here, then a 1x3, another 1x2, and we're going to stick a 2x3 on, 2x2 down this corner, another 2x3 down there, and 2x2 so to go a bit lower. Oh, just knocked the plant off, hang on. So you've ended up with this kind of effect at the back. As you can see some of the dark tan of the tile coming, plate underneath, brick underneath coming through. Maybe that's, nope, that needs to be a bigger gap. That's it. So we've got those now giving you this kind of effect at the back. Although, I'll say that feels like this one needs to be over slightly. It's too regimented. Ouch, that hurt. Seems to be sort of like that. Anyway, kind of like that at the back. Then we've got 3 vines in dark green. Got one that's going to come out the top here, hanging down, then coming out front at an angle, and then one clipped on to our clip that's facing up like this. We've got some vines hanging down there, and then on here we're going to add some 2 antennae and a couple of 1x3s. And the antennae go on first. I'm going to make a little frame here for a little tripod pattern to go in, and get the 1x3s going across, so we make this kind of frame at the back, and in the middle of it we're going to stick a wheel. Into the back of the wheel we stick an axle piece, and then slots into our Technic cross piece in the middle, ends up like that. And then we're going to add sort of some torches, I think. Doing that, so we have a robot arm. So then we stick a cone into that and the arm into that to give us a little bit of a, I suppose, a torch that's hanging on the wall. We stick that into the handle piece that we stuck on earlier, so that hangs down at an angle like this. Then we're going to get black 1x8 and 2 dark bluish grey pieces. We're actually going to use a sticker, so we've got these crisscross stickers here. It's going to go on one of the dark bluish grey tiles. Our black one goes on the side here though, where we had these studs. And then these, we need to put stickers on both of these. There's one that's going to go across the top, but how does that work out then? Whoa. Did this bit slightly wrong. Dope. It goes across the top there. Then we do another one. Making quite a few mistakes today. We've got our other one here that's going to go run down the side there. So we've got these patterns going on here and across the top. Next up, we're going to get one of these Technic pins and add a Technic cylinder to the ends and a pin with a stud on the ends. We have a dark green leaf that's going into that. Then we need to stick a 6th length rod piece into that all the way through. And then this can go into the Technic hole that we've got at the top. This is going to be part of the mechanism now. So for the mechanism we get this arm piece. I'm going to stick a Technic pin into it there, and then stick a spacer onto that, and then this lift arm piece is going to stick onto the end of that. And with that in place, I've got to do some attachments to this now. Of course, as soon as I move that, it pops out. So first up, we stick the arm into there. And that at the back, so we've got this kind of mechanism here going on. That of course could be operated by this skull at the front, so if we rotate it, you can see it gives us a little swing, so it allows this to rotate at the front, which will give us a swinging mechanism. And then we're going to add green leaf to the top of that one. So that's the end of bag 5, so we'll move on to bag 6. This is probably the last bag for today. Six of 10, so we'll come back next week, as I said, and we'll finish off this one, and then I'll do the other Indiana Jones set as well, I think. If we get time. So this section we have another character. This is the little boy that's helping him. Can't remember his name now. He's got two facial expressions, one panicked, one looking curious. He's got some light bluish grey legs when I can find them. Going there. Also got this funky haircut, and he's got two things in his hand. One is a flaming torch, and the other is going to be this clip thing. So where's these little black torch? There it is. Stick the flame into that. So there he is. There's our other minifigure. Put him to the side for now. To start us off then on this bag, we need a 2x3. We also need 3 1x1s with studs on the side, also a regular 1x1. And we'll start down this side. So our 1x1 goes on, then our 2x3. Then we'll stick our 1x1s with studs on the side. Going on there. Then we've got a 2x2 plate. We also have a 2x2 larger sloped piece and 3 1x1s and a third with studs on the side going in. We're going to add these 1x1 thirds on top of what we've just added with 1x1s with studs on the side. Then our 2x2 plate goes on here, and then our 2x2 slopes just goes in there. Then we get a 1x2 brick, another 1x2 sloped. We've got a 1x1 and a third, and some dark green leaves. Just one of those. Dark green leaf goes at the front here near our vine. Then we're going to stick our 1x1 and a 1x3 there, and one at the back. Our sloped piece goes at the back as well, and our 1x2 just goes on this sloped piece at the front, just up there. Then we get a 2x2 Technic pin. We have got a couple of 2x2 plates somewhere. There's the other plate. We'll stick the 2 plates on the yellow piece. That then goes over there, and the other slope piece goes just in front there. So looking like this so far. Put that to the side a moment. We then get a downward facing bracket piece. Stick that into our 2x2 brick. Then we have an upward bracket piece in black, and we'll stick a 1x2 plate just at the back of that. and another 1x2 brick, and then we're going to stick get a 2x8 plate, stick two 1x8 tiles on in black, and then we're going to stick that into the back like this. Slide this over, we're going to feed that into our gap in the middle there. Got these tiles going on around there. Then we get another 1x2 slopes this time, stick that over this side. And when we need a olive shoot, we have another 1x1 with a stud on the side, a regular 1x1 as well, 1x3, 1x2 regular bricks, and a 1x3 brick. You have the inverted sloped piece here, then a pair of hinges. Stick those together. The hinges are going to connect at the back here. Then we've got a regular 1-to-1. The 1-to-1 with a stud on the side, we're going to stick this shoot into. Stick that at the end. Then we have our inverted slope piece. And coming around here, we're just going to build up around what we just built here with some 1x2s and 1x3s. And same on that side. Then we get a 2x3 brick, and a couple more 1x2s, also a couple of 1x3s, and an inverted sloped piece. The inverted slope piece goes on top here, and we'll run a 1x3 around the back, and our 2x3 goes on top here. Again, around this side, we're just building up again this column here around our tiles that we stuck in. Then we get 3 more 1x8 tiles. And we're going to stick these, hopefully. Ooh. It's a little tricky. One goes in there. Other in this side. I'll just cheat, pull that one out. So just put these tiles inside there to make that smooth there. Then we need a couple of 1x8 bricks. We have another 1x1, another 1x1 with a Technic hole in it though. One of the cross holes, one of those. There's a corner cutaway piece as well. Another pair of hinge pieces somewhere. And there, one here. Stick them together. Then what we do is we stick this cutaway piece around the top here. We'll then run the 1x8 across. Run the other one on the other side. Give us this little entrance way, hopefully, without snapping it. It's a little fiddly this, not gonna lie. Then we stick our Technic with a cross piece on at the ends. Meanwhile, this side we'll stick our hinge piece, and our 1x1 finishes it off. So we're starting to do the entrance way into this next section of the temple. We then get a big ugly rock type piece here and a dark green leaf. The leaf just goes on top here, and our rock piece is just going to go at the front, just like that there. Then we get a corner brick, goes up this side. We have another dark green leaf and another shoot. Push that through, and that's going to go into a 1x1 with a stud on the side again. It's going to sit at the front of our rock piece that we just added. Then we get a corner brick to make sure the rock piece is attached to the rest of our model. And then we have another Technic brick, 1x1 with a cross hole. It's going to go up this side. Then we get a 2x2 medium nugget piece. Stick a downward facing bracket on one side, 1x2 plate at the back, and a medium nugget 2x2. Then we've got the upward, we're going to put an upward facing set of teeth, like we did earlier in the other side, and this time stick a leaf on it. In the leaf we're going to have a vine coming down as well. Like that. That's gonna sit on top of our rock piece at the front. Also, we have a couple of sloped pieces that we need to add on. Just check, I think I'll stop that bit in the wrong place again. Add these slope pieces here so you can see how this is starting to look there. Then with that done, we get a couple of 1x4 masonry bricks and go either side, just up here, and then we get another plant piece, stick that on top there. We also have a Technic brick, 1x2 with a hole in it. It's going to go just on top. And that stage. Then we'll top that with a 2x2 plate here. Let me just check I've got that in the right place, because sometimes I don't. Nope. It's on like that. That's where we are at the moment. Stick that to the side a moment. We're going to build a little corner pillar. So we've got a wedge plate on here. And a 1x2x3 goes on in the corner. And we're going to put some slope pieces on that side. And our other one at a right angle like this. Stick a corner plate on top. And then a plant piece. And the 2x2 medium nugget brick goes on top of that. That then sticks up the top, just up there, just to give us a bit more height there. Then we've got another piece, which is one of these bracket pieces. We're going to stick the log brick into the base of that. And a downward facing bracket on the other side. Then onto that bracket we're going to stick some 1x3 plates. Then we've got a downward facing bracket, a 1x1 we'll do with a thick ring. So 1x1 rounds. It falls apart, so you've got something that looks like this, and then we're going to add 1x2 plate across here and another one on top. Then we get some 1x1 with some scrolls on, goes above our thick ring pieces. Like this, just building one of these sort of gargoyle-y type pieces. and then we stick a 1x1 round onto those thick rings that we stuck on, like this. Then a couple of Erling bricks go in the front here, got eyes to me. Got these tribal earrings and the mouth. Then we're going to add a 1x3 plate across the eyes. And onto the Erling bricks we're going to stick some 1x1 round plates. These. Making some scary face. And in the middle we're going to stick a downward facing tooth plate like that. We're also then going to stick a semicircle brick for the nose on the bracket. And then on the top we've got a dark green leaf at the back. Then we put a bright green one on top here, and a little flower piece on top of that. There's our little tribal face that sticks on top of what we just stuck on there then. Now we have this, which looks quite cool. How cool is that? Next up we get a 1x4 masonry brick. Let's stick a 2x2 plate into that like this, and then another one. I'll do it the other way around actually, not bad. I have the masonry brick facade facing that way. Flip this round, another masonry brick, then a 1x1 brick. Then a dark green leaf goes on the ends. And we've got a 2x2 corner piece, downward facing bracket, and one of these flower pieces. Then on top of this we're going to stick 2 corner bricks as well. Stick a plate on the back to level that off. Another corner brick. Then on this bracket piece we'll put these 1x2 with the downward facing teeth. Then we'll stick a jumper onto that. Then we get a 1x2 Technic brick here with a hole in it. Stick a 1x3 tile on top. Then a jumper tile. Then a green flower. It's going to sit just in front on this side. Then we repeat it but do it slightly differently. So a Technic brick again, 1x3, another jumper tile. Dark green leaf again, but this time we're going to put a green shoot into the top. And that goes on the other side, so there's another face coming through. That one is going to sit on the front, so we've already got upward facing teeth, so it's going to give us that effect there. Look at the front, it's got like a skeleton skull at the front. Put that to the side. We'll get this 1x8 piece here. We're going to stick the 1x4 panel piece into the middle with 2 studs either side. On that panel we're going to stick a sticker. Ooh, so we've got a hieroglyph, a tribal pattern here. It's going to go just go in the middle there like that. Either side we're going to stick some 1x2s, 2 of them together, just on each side. And then on top of this last one we stick another 1x2. On this one you get 2 1x1 round Technic bricks with holes in, and then we're going to stick a Technic pin on the side all the way through. That pin sticking out. Then we stick a 1x8 plate right across. Ooh. Right across there, and a 1x8 tile then on top. And then here we're going to stick a lift arm type piece, and on the end we'll stick a grey Technic pin like this. Then we're going to stick in one of these lift arms into that Technic pin, and on this side one of these bolt connectors like that. Then we're going to attach this somewhere. Where are we going to attach this? And we add this mechanism at the back, and this is going to give us an effect of a sliding door, but my only concern there is that the door will go up. Cool, so now that door's in position, you can see here that the door will rise up to allow you to go through the temple by twisting this front section, which we haven't stuck a twisty piece on yet, but we're about to. So with that we get our usual 2x2 round brick, stick that on, stick our skull tile on. So you can see it's at the front now. So if we twist that, it raises up the wall to get access into this part of the temple bit. Then we're going to add some like big vines. So we've got these large tusk pieces here. We're going to stick these round loops with pins into one end, and then we have these tusks going down into the end like this. Need two of these. Like that. Like that. We'll arrange it now. These are going to go into some, where are these going into? So these Technic 1x1s that we stuck in earlier. They're hanging down just as the doorway on the side. You can arrange these however you kind of would like them to appear. Then we get another tusk piece, going to stick this together. We're also going to get an Erling brick, stick a dark tan tile on, and we have a 1x3 slope and a dark green leaf. And what we're going to do is, down this side we'll stick our slope brick, our leaf and our Erling brick, and then this tusk here is going to go into our Technic brick hole at the top, just hanging out across there. Got that little sloped area down the bottom, and then we've got to do a bit of a palm tree. So we've got one of these pieces here. I'm going to stick a Technic pin into the ends, and we have one of these loop pieces with a bar. Oops, so I need a loop first. Loop piece here with a pin. Then we've got these piece with a cross section. I'm going to add green leaf into the bottom of that, and then into the top we'll add a palm leaf. That's going to sit on top here. An angle, so you can see this sort of plant is taking over the space here. Then we've got a 1x2 sloped piece, goes on top here, which finishes off this section. And then my curiosity is raised because in the bag I've got this, and this left over. I've got this as well, and I'm like, I didn't notice that in the instructions, so did I miss a step? Probably. Oh, they missed a step. Well, there's some weird bits in here. Let's have a look. Can't actually see this large triangle piece actually appearing anywhere in the set unless it's around the back, which it might be. Did we get some bonus bits? Maybe they're used in the next step. No, definitely not in there. So I've ended up with these extra bits that aren't supposed to be in the instructions. So maybe they'll be in the next part. I had that happened on an official Lego set before. So this is kind of what we've got here. So we've got this ability here to swing someone, grabbing hold of something here. Of course, this would be this guy probably clipping on here, so he could swing across the gap. We clip, and then we've got the other mechanism here which lifts up the door to give us access to this area. And then in the instructions, what you can do is you can just connect this, slide this piece in like we did with the Sonic the Hedgehog ones, hopefully, just into position, so then you end up with that. So let's just go to the wide camera quick. There you got the boulder rolling down, chasing him. You got this which flips the door up, and then you got him which can swing across the gap. That's kind of what we've got at the end of bag 6, and that's as far as we're going to go today. So let's go to the main camera, give you another view. So we're halfway through building the temple. Look, you can see again the rock sliding down. Then chase Indy. We've got the door here which opens up, as you can see, flips up, and then if you want, you can swing across the gap. So some good little mechanisms in the back, and then around the back, if you're interested in what that kind of looks like, there's all the bits in pieces. It's in, actually you can see lift arms going up. Got this cool curved piece here, and then just a regular sort of swinging mechanism around that side. So we'll continue next week and finish off this set. There's only, as I said, there was 10 bags in it, so we've done bag 6 now. So there's not too much actually to go, even though we've got 2 sections to go. And actually, now I've just flipped over the instructions. When you connect it, hold that thought. When you connect it, it says these extra bits. Let's go back. It's weird. Once you connect it, then you stick this sloped piece in here. And I thought it was in the instructions. And we then have our cone pieces. Yeah. There's me thinking that was the end of our instructions. And these sloped pieces go around the back. Not really sure why you have to connect the set before you can stick these in. Sure what that does either. Anyway, that's it now. There's a few extra bits there. So we're finished there. We're moving on to bag 7, which is a small section actually. I think it's probably it's the last section, yeah. So we'll have the actual golden idol added onto this bit, and that will be the end of the build. So there won't be too much. 3 bags to do, or 3 sets of bags to do next week. So we'll add in the extra Indiana Jones set. We've got a bit of I can't remember what it's called now, the one with the temple outside as well. So we'll do that one as a bonus as well, so it shouldn't take us too long. So that's the end of the stream today. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you did, always hit that like button as it helps us find other viewers as well. And if you haven't subscribed, do so. As a reminder, go over to the community tab if you want to vote on what we stream next. At the start of the stream, we were still in the lead with the Rivendell set, so we'll be kicking that one off unless you change the vote. In close second place was the Tower of Orthanc again, which is from Lord of the Rings as well. So if you want your say on that, check that out. Also, I'm on holiday from the 22nd of May this year. So in a few weeks' time, there'll be a couple of weeks with no streams going on while I'm enjoying myself in Mexico. So we might start Rivendell and then have to pause it for a few weeks while I get some sun. So whatever you're doing for the rest of your weekend, hopefully you enjoy yourself. Stay safe and join me the same time next Sunday for the finish off of this temple and the other Indiana Jones set as well. Till then, see you later. Have a great weekend.